There are a lot of real estate agents out there. It's pretty easy to find one, but what's really hard, finding the right one for you. And I'm gonna go over the most common red flags that you need to look for when hiring a real estate agent. I'm Dave Sobolik. I'm a real estate agent in the Camas and Vancouver, Washington area. And I've sold over 150 million in real estate. And today we're gonna go over the most common red flags that you need to look for when hiring an agent. And the reason for that is choosing the right one is really gonna affect your experience, the outcome, and how much money is left in your pocket. Red flag number one, and this is the most common one, choosing a family member or a friend. Why do people choose their family member or friend? Well, they choose that person because they're familiar, it's common, it's convenient. But does that mean that that's the right person for them or for you? No, it doesn't. The reason is this: who you choose matters. What is their history? Are they experienced in selling homes in the neighborhood that your home is at and you want to sell? Or are they experienced in helping buyers buy in the neighborhood that you want to buy? And maybe the family or friend is the right person for the job. But what you need to do is vet them just like you would vet a stranger. You need to make sure you're comfortable around the questions that you're asking and the answers that you're getting from them. Once you've done that, and you like what you hear, then that is the agent that you should go with. Red flag number two, they pressure you to sign something immediately. So what does that mean? Well, let's say you go tour a house. It's the first house you tour, and that agent says, we need to write an offer on this because X, Y, and Z are happening. But you have a lot more questions to ask about that house. Is it the right one for me? Is it really meeting the criteria we're looking for? Whatever your questions might be, if that agent is not taking the time to truly understand what your needs are and what your wants are, and they are pressuring you to sign, that's a red flag. And additionally to that, what happens is that that agent could be what we call, they have commission breath. They're hungry, maybe they haven't eaten for a while. They need that sale. When they have the focus on them and their needs, they're certainly not looking out for your needs. So that's a big red flag. Red flag number three, the agent tries to buy the listing. So what does that mean? That's where an agent's gonna come in with an inflated number that you wanna hear because it sounds good, but it's not realistic. That is buying the listing. And I actually have experience with this. There was a home that we toured, loved the sellers. We came and did all the analysis, provided them what the true market value was with it. And they ultimately went with a different agency group because they made all these extra promises, really told them that they could get X amount, and we were really hurt by it. But you know, that's how it goes sometimes. A year later, it took a year for that home to sell, and it sold for the exact number that we told them a year prior. Red flag number four is communication. Communication is such an important part of the transaction process. So what questions or what should you be looking for when it comes to communication? Well, the first thing is, if you're reaching out to an agent and they're delayed in getting back to you, or they get back to you and it's very vague in their response, that's a red flag. Let's say you ask them pointed questions about, well, how are you gonna sell my house? And they say, oh, we're gonna get out to everywhere. If they're vague about that and they don't have a clear strategy behind what they're communicating to you and how they're actually gonna sell your home, that is a red flag. So we told you about the red flags you should look out for, but here are the green flags that you really need to look into. First thing is be prepared, and they should have a strategy. So for me, I like to go into listing appointments, and I'm not gonna have all this marketing collateral. The reason for that is this: I'm gonna meet with the seller. I wanna sit down, I wanna know what your needs are. I wanna know what your goals are. And I want you to walk me through the house. I want you to tell me everything you love about the home. What are the special features? What are the nice characteristics about the home? I have to walk through your house first in order to truly understand what it's about. You see, every home has its own story. So how can I show up and have a storyline written for your home when I haven't even seen it? So being prepared, having a strategy is really important. That strategy, in my case, comes after that important listing consultation, and you get a full detailed breakdown of how we storytell about your home to the right target audience. Second green flag is pricing and market knowledge. Everybody wants the highest price for their home, right? But you have to have the market knowledge. You have to know what the market activity is doing right now in pricing. For example, you may have this number that's up here, right? But knowing what the market's doing, we always want to price ahead of what the trends are. So if the trends are going up and you want this number right here, well, the trends are going up. Let's price you there so we're ahead of that trend. But you might have a number here and the trends are going here. You may not like to hear it, but you need to be here, because if you price here and the trends are there, you're gonna sit out here for a really long time. Green flag number three, marketing and presentation. You wanna make sure that your agent guides you in the proper way. And how are they gonna guide you? They are gonna walk through your home and they're gonna tell you step by step what you need to do to get your home ready for the market. You have a luxurious home. You wanna attract buyers, they're gonna recognize the value that you have to offer in your home. That can include exterior cleanup, staging inside, really getting everything step by step ready so that when you go to the market, your place shines. And after your home's ready to go, does your agent have a marketing strategy? Well, ask them that direct question, because if they don't, go on to the next agent. A marketing strategy is key. And if it's a can strategy, look out for that. So how do you know the difference between a can strategy and one that's customized to you? Every home has its own story. So what is your story? That agent should come with a very specific plan about how they're going to market your home. That should include photography, videography, content about your storyline of your home. What about that location? What's great about that location your home is, right? It's not just selling a house, it's selling a lifestyle living in your home. So that marketing plan should encompass everything, not only inside the house, but outside the house in that very specific neighborhood. And the final green flag, and probably one of the most uncommon, is that good agent's gonna tell you what you don't wanna hear. Talked about agents that are gonna try to buy the listing, or they're gonna be the yes man or yes woman. They just kind of tell you what you wanna hear because they want you to pick them. The good agent may be a little bit combative. Not in a negative way, but they're gonna be honest with you. A good agent is going to have your best interests at heart. If you're selling a luxury home, at the end of the day, you wanna sell it for the most and as quick as possible. You want an agent that's gonna have a very clear strategy and tell you exactly how it's gonna go and be honest with you, not just tell you what you need to hear or you wanna hear. And a good agent is gonna have your transaction at heart, not their pocketbook. So as we wrap up here, this is my advice. Take your time, interview multiple agents. The more agents you interview, you're gonna get a better perspective about who's the right fit for you. You're gonna find out who are the good communicators, who are prepared, who has a strategy, and who has a proven history that's gonna most align with your goals. So if you have any questions about choosing the right agent, even if it's not me, I'd love to be a great resource for you. So the contact information is below, reach out, and I'll see you on the next video.